Gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Overthinking Out podcast. It's your favorite co-host, TM9, the dark skin Poppy. We are here with another fabulous episode, and I'm gonna give it to my fellow co-host, Mr. G Money,
What's up?
Talk,
It's G in the building.
Mr. JBT, Jared Thornton,
Yo, relax with Jared Thornton. It's crazy. It's Jay Jarrett, man.
and Mr. Professional, the Gallus himself, Rodney Roberts.
Nigga, love coffee, that guy. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Rob, man. We back with another fabulous episode, like my boy said.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we about to get right into it. We got a myriad of topics today. We're gonna start it off nice and calm and bring you up on all your sporting updates and all your sporting topics. Recently, there was a situation that happened in the NBA bubble. A star player in the league, multiple times Sixth Man of the Year, Lou Williams, has been under some scrutiny about his situation where he left the bubble, and somehow throughout all the situations of why he left and the reasons why he was gone, he ended up at a very popular artist establishment known as Magic City. He claims he went there for some wings. Apparently the wings are fantastic, but it still was a bit of an issue for the general public in consensus towards the NBA and how Lou Williams' situation may affect the rest of the bubble. So, fellas, how do you all feel about Lou Williams and what he did and why he did it? Mr. Jared?
Jared, start us off.
Man, the underground goat. To me, to be honest, bro, he just got caught slipping by that YouTube star Jack, whatever his name is. He got caught slipping because if dude would have never posted a picture with Lou Will and tagged him in it, and then Lou Will was wearing the NBA mask. He was wearing the NBA mask.
Um,
Then he would have never
just a
got
side
caught.
note. Just a side note. His name is Jack Harlow, and he's actually a rapper and not a
Yeah,
YouTube
I was
star.
gonna bring that up.
Oh,
Just to
well,
just to clarify.
I was told
No.
Let's
you.
pop Brandon
told you.
with Jay Hot then.
Jared really doesn't know who he is because that one day I asked about him in the group chat, and
Yes,
Jared doesn't
he has.
name any songs by him.
He has a very popular song that's out right now called "What's Poppin'," if I'm not mistaken. It's
Yeah,
very,
well, whatever.
very interesting.
Whatever. He, my man was over there dry snitching on the underground goat. But to be honest, I mean, Lou Will said he was over there to get some food. He got some food and left. Now, that's no different from him going to another restaurant and getting some food and leaving. The only thing is he just got caught and it was a strip club.
He just got caught sitting really close to a stripper's ass in the photo.
Wait, all of that was going on?
I didn't even peep that though, George. That's crazy.
Yo,
Like,
I didn't see that shit either.
I'm pretty
I
sure,
didn't see that
wasn't it
either.
like up in the corner? I thought it was up in the corner or some shit. I don't know. I saw it on
No,
Twitter somewhere.
George. He was just in the corner. I didn't see no female
I ain't gonna
around
hold
him.
you. I ain't gonna hold you. George, was you at Magic City when that happened?
Might have been. Nah,
Yo,
I just
Magic
want Lou,
City, where the city is magic.
I just want Lou to admit he fucked up because he's sitting here trying to act like he didn't do anything wrong when you clearly we understand why you left the bubble. It's just like you didn't have to do that, and he's on Twitter trying to ignore it. And it's just just admit you messed up. That's all you got to do.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, for everybody that doesn't know, Lou William left because um a family friend father passed away, which was somebody monumental to him. So he went to go pay his dues and respects in the city of Atlanta, where he's from. So that's why he got an excused absence for the bubble. Now, George, according to Lou
Man
Will,
said excuse absence like he gotta ask for permission to leave.
he did. I mean, he really he did have to leave. He did have to ask for permission to leave the bubble.
Sheesh. Sound like sound like slavery.
Yeah. it,
Oh,
it was an excused absence.
Sound
So,
like prison, bro.
well, here's my take on it. He left for that reason. If the man wanted to get some food, let the man get some food. Ain't no reason to make a big deal out of it on social media. They just doing it because it's Lou Will. Anybody else, they won't be making that noise. It's Lou Will. He played for one of the best teams in the league right now. So now that they're gonna take it over the top, they gotta make an example out of somebody. I
to be
don't
honest,
think.
Rodney, it was probably that. It was that, and it was because it was a strip club.
True.
That,
But I
that was it.
don't
If it
think
wasn't
he
a
got
strip
it.
club, if
First
you
of all, it's not a strip club. It's a place of artistic expression.
It's a location we'll never guess.
it's a gentleman's club, okay? It's a gentleman's club.
Like
It's a place of
he don't
artistic
gotta
expression.
apologize to nobody.
No,
Yeah,
he
Make
doesn't.
his
I don't think he has to apologize. It's just like the way on Twitter he's like, "Oh, just ignore it." Like everyone talking about it, and it's like telling like talking shit back to Perks. It's just like, yo, like you did the wrong. Just admit it. Like
nah,
that's what
but
people are
Perk,
talking about it.
but Perk was a little bit out of line though, because how you going to say, oh, a rookie is more mature than a 15-year NBA veteran when Lou Will is like he is
for
like you got no
15 years,
dirt on him.
he ain't never get in trouble.
Yeah, he don't never get in trouble. So it's like, come on, Perk. Perk, you've been part of the business. Like, come on, Perk. You know.
I'm
So
just trying to figure
I feel
out.
Lou Will on that.
I'm just trying to figure out why people care what Kendrick Perkins gotta say. I'm just.
I
I'm just
mean,
trying
but
to-
because he was a player and then he's on national television. I ain't gonna lie. That's why players kind of like get mad at other players because they like, yo, you been in that predicament before. You know, like you supposed to help us when you get to the media. You supposed to help us. That's why I think they get mad at the players like Kendrick Perkins and Paul Pierce because it's like, yo, dude, you've been in here with us. You know how the media portray us, and then now you go to the media and you do it exactly, and you don't stick up for us. I
But
think that's why they kind of mad at Perkins.
but
Everybody.
here's my thing though. It's Kendrick Perkins. Who cares, bro? Why was he hired to begin with? Of all the former players that played in the NBA
Yo,
that don't have the platform of an ESPN, why was Kendrick Perkins the one
The
he
that
was
same
was
reason
the
given
why.
the
NBA
job?
champion.
Like
The same reason why the truth was, baby. Tell the
Brian
truth.
Brian Scalabrine was the NBA champion. We not seeing him on TV.
False.
But
He's on the
because that's
Boston
probably
one.
what he didn't want to do.
No, he's on the Boston NBC channel. Like he's on like for he does all the Celtics home games and all the
Oh,
Celtics
yeah, that's
games.
probably what he wanted to do.
But you heard what I said. I said the platform of ESPN. ESPN is national, and this
Hey.
man has a national platform. Like they what was the
What,
TNT
Rodney?
canceled
Speak.
KG show, but they couldn't hire
Man,
him. They said they hired Kendrick. I'd rather hear from KG than hear from Kendrick Perkins.
yo, this
Yeah,
man said Brian Scalabrine was the NBA champion.
I have
Why
I
they
have
hire him?
I have no reason why TNT canceled Area 51. Right? Is that what Kendrick show Area 21? 21. Kendrick's
Like,
Kevin Garnett's show. That shit
Yeah,
was fire.
because that man too crazy.
Yeah, that shit was
KG
fire
too
though.
real for them. But
Being too way too real for them.
moving on, our next situation is on a lighter note as well. New the New York City area, the metropolitan area's very own Kyrie Irving, despite being born in Australia, we claim him. He has set up a fund where he's supporting the WNBA players who decide to sit out or opt out of the WNBA season for whether it be personal or social justice or medical reasons. And the fund is currently accumulating, if I'm not mistaken, $1.5 million. I applaud this man
Yeah.
for his support of the WNBA, support of women's basketball, and this latest aspect of the fund, because we all know the WNBA gets treated very, very poorly, to say the least. And these women are some of the best athletes in the world, and they don't get the same standard of treatment as you see the male basketball players do. So, seeing as several of you have played basketball at one level of another, please give us your insight on what you think about Kyrie's current situation pertaining to that.
I think what he did was very commendable. I love Kyrie. Kyrie's one of my favorite. And when he does stuff like this, all he does is just keep proving his doubters and haters wrong. They say one thing about him, but then he does stuff like this and they have to praise him. They have to eat their words. And I'm truly, truly happy to see a lot of people eat their words today. But that's
I am
my
confused.
that's one way I see it. But as far as for the women, I think that is a great thing because, like you said, the WNBA, to some degree, those owners and people that run the WNBA don't pay the women like they should be paying. So for somebody to, for example, Elena Delle Donne was going to sit out for health reasons, and they weren't going to give her money. So let's say if they didn't end up giving her money because she sat out, Kyrie could at least give her what she was owed and help her out and help her get her full pay. And I think that's something great because it also can show that as men, us supporting the WNBA can create, a bigger following, a bigger standard. And I hope other NBA players do the same thing because I always say this: if you are a fan of a sport and you're not a fan of the women's side of it, then you're not really a fan of that sport.
No, you're 100% right. I think it's great that he did that. And I think it's also great. He was talking about we need to come to the bubble and make a change. We need to do something important. And even him sitting outside the bubble, despite being injured, he's sitting outside. He's still trying to do something, even if this is smaller scale, not for the bigger picture. He's still supporting those who are also sitting out with him and standing by him and trying to sit out and make a difference.
I think what Kyrie did was very, very, very dope, and hopefully it leads to more NBA players going like that. And you know, um, the NBA players are kind of, they kind of support the women, so I appreciate that. They wear the WNBA hoodies when the WNBA was starting, and so it brings more recognition into the women's side of the sport, which I think they deserve. So I very much appreciate Kyrie for what he's doing, and you know, with Kyrie action like that doesn't go viral because it's good, unlike some of his bad things. But I'm just happy that he actually doing something very well.
Those hoodies are sick. I almost ordered one today. I still might.
Nice, nice, nice. And I note I've noticed that many of you have been partaking in the watching of vlogs from several NBA players within the bubble. Do you
Yes.
guys have any particular players that you watch specifically, or anything that they show in their vlogs that you find highly entertaining?
I
Yes,
like
Mr.
JaVale McGee.
I watched JaVale McGee. I watched JaVale McGee vlogs, which is the number one vlog that I like so far. I like the rookie from the 76ers. I can't pronounce his name, so I'm not even going to say.
MT.
Oh,
MT.
Matthias
I'm
Thybulle.
just going to call him MT. He's number two. I like his content. And way, way, way down at the bottom is Troy Daniels. That one is terrible. I don't care what nobody tells me. That one is terrible. But Like I said, JaVale McGee and MT, I really like they vlogs because you could tell like they're really team oriented. So like a lot of the team get involved with it. They show a lot of behind the scenes stuff, how they practice. And I didn't even know that they gotta take like the daily temperature check with the thermometer and oxygen.
Yeah.
So it was cool. It was cool learning about that.
Mm-hmm. So the
Uh,
vlogs have been very informative and not just entertaining.
yes, except for
Yeah,
Troy Daniels.
like the difference in technology in the hotels, like we were talking about. I was laughing because in McGee's, he gets in the elevator. There's no buttons in the elevator. Everything goes through the magic band. And then
Oh,
for the
it's you got
70s,
got a
for
touch
the 70s,
screen and a band. Nice,
and then for
nice.
the 76ers, it's just like a regular old elevator.
Oh, so you're saying the Lakers have a high scale, high tech hotel while the 76ers have, a regular old hotel.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, I
Yep.
mean, the Lakers do got LeBron James.
No, Rodney, we not doing that. This is what we're not
Yeah,
going to do.
they're
We're
gonna
not
give him
going
the
to
best.
say
They're
LeBron
gonna
James.
give him the best stuff.
I
No,
mean, all I'm
we're-
saying is
As they
When
should.
several teams are in the same hotel. There's not
thank
As
one.
they
There's not one team in one hotel. Several teams are in one
you,
hotel.
host. Thank you. That's what we're not going to do,
No,
Rodney.
no,
The
this we are
top
gonna do
four
this.
team.
If
No, we.
LeBron James was not in the bubble, there would be no season right now. He deserves it all.
That is not true. What do you see? see
and LeBron and them eating good too. They ain't getting that unseated chicken.
I don't
LeBron
know.
is just LeBron is eating just like how everybody else is eating. He
Yeah,
does not have,
okay.
he does not have a personal chef there.
I
And
ain't gonna
Michael
hold
Jackson's
you.
alive.
I ain't gonna hold you. I see PJ Tucker snap. Everybody ain't eating steak and lobster.
Yeah, you know
Well,
what I'm saying?
that's because PJ orders out. You can order out. You can order Del Frisco's. So if PJ order out, but they
Oh,
eat,
Jared know the restaurants by name. You be in Florida a lot, don't you?
I
I
mean,
Hey,
mean, we stayed in the same area when we go down there, so I know what he's talking about.
hey,
Uh-huh.
big homie tried to order out and he got banned for 10 days into quarantine.
no, no, no.
All I'm saying.
What no?
That
What
delivery was crazy. He tried to
Yeah,
he tried to go beat him there.
homie obviously did not know he didn't know the line of
Nah,
when.
homie ain't LeBron James, so
No, don't do that. We're not going to do that. That's what we're not going to do.
he ain't PJ Tucker or LeBron James.
No,
So.
no, that's
Okay,
not what we're
what
doing.
what I'm confused about is the entire thing is one big bubble. So why is it that some players can't go from one hotel to another hotel?
They
I'm a
can
big
once
I'm
they
a
can
big
Because
on
once
that part.
once the
because the
season starts they
hotels is
can.
like the whole. Oh, what'd you say, George?
I'm pretty sure once the season starts they can start like mingling with other players from different hotels.
Oh, well, I just know that because like even though it's one, even though it's, like they call it a bubble, it's really a campus. So every hotel is in different part of the resort. So like where the Lakers and stuff is staying, they're like 10 minutes from like the arena, compared to where like the Sacramento Kings, which is like 15-20 minute drive. So even though it's
Oh, what kind of shit is that?
Because they got LeBron James. If your first name is James, last name is
no,
James,
we're not
or you
doing
just
that. We going they doing it by the seeds. This is what we not doing. This we not attacking LeBron James. They are doing it by the seeds. Obviously,
Haters.
if you got the top four seeds of the team, you are in the better hotels. That is
and if you
a
got
proven
LeBron
fact.
James on your team,
You get lobster in the better hotel.
for sure.
You're a hater, Rodney.
We know
How am I?
Rodney is.
I'm not no hater.
All right. Let's settle down, fellas. Let's settle down.
I'm just saying.
Moving on.
Hater.
Niggas eating turkey sandwiches while they got scrambled eggs.
Hater.
Moving.
Niggas got Walmart turkey and bread while they
All right, yo, next topic. Next topic.
What?
Moving on to the NFL. Apparently, the Washington Redskins are no longer the Washington Redskins, and it's about time. But they can't settle down on a moniker that they want to be known as. They haven't found a nickname to trademark yet. So apparently, during the next NFL season and for the foreseeable future, they will be known as the Washington Football Team.
Wow.
Now you have all those creative minds in one room, and you can't come up with a name.
It's the NFL, Radney.
Us four can come up with a name.
I mean, I just find it very, very, very appalling how you can't come up with a nickname. Like, you telling me you can't, with social media available, you telling me you can't fill out a poll and ask people what nickname can you have? Like,
All I'm saying is they they had a list of names that they was looking at that that the NFL that was free to use in the NFL, and they was trying to go through the legal process of getting it done and approved, and also approved by the NFL. But I guess it's still a work in progress, and they haven't been able to get anything done and trademarked yet. So they're just gonna be Washington Football Team.
like I said, I still find it hard to believe you can't come up with a nickname.
People getting all that money to give nothing. Oh my goodness.
It went from HTTR to HTTWFC, hail to the Washington Football Club.
Oh my
What?
goodness.
The Redskins slogan is HTTR, and it was hail to the Redskins.
Yeah.
And now it's the hail to the Washington Football Club since they don't have a nickname.
Oh, okay.
Don't have the
Interesting.
same ring.
Interesting.
Hey, I'm just saying, as a Redskins fan, I think getting a jersey for this season that has like just Washington on it would be kind of fire.
I just think as a football
Hold
fan,
on.
we
Try
trash.
something that George said. George, you a Redskins fan?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I feel bad for you. I'm sorry.
I do too. It's all because of the RG3 days. Like,
Hold up.
hold
Hold up. What we're not gonna do is we're not gonna have the Jets fan say he feel bad for the Redskins fan because y'all are the same boat. All you gotta do is say
The
I
who?
know how you feel.
The who fan?
Oh, you
Jets
dropped
fan,
the team.
baby.
Who a Jets fan?
Oh, okay.
You.
Dropped this team.
I don't know who. I don't know them people in green. I don't know about them.
He dropped his team. He moving on, ladies and gentlemen. So Jay Jared, what team are you a fan of in the NFL?
Yo, this is what we're not gonna do. This is not part of the topic, guys.
The topic is the Washington Football Team, and
I can't Washington football team find a name. Like, that's all you gotta do, just find a name. Like, how you cannot find a name?
so I mean, you can't find an NFL team. So how you talking shit about them not being able to find a name?
I had a team, then my team started doing crazy, and then
All right.
stop them.
So what team have you moved on to?
I have no idea yet.
Oh, okay. I feel you. All I'm saying is this team might have the greatest
who's your
QB
team?
of all time in the future. You know what I'm saying? So
Who's your team?
who's my team? Yo,
Yeah.
I'm Team Mahomes, son. What you mean?
Oh, you're not even in the team. You a player fan. Get out of here.
Hey,
Okay.
Jared, if you become a Raiders fan with me, I'll become a Raiders fan.
You said a Raiders fan?
Yes, sir. That
Moving
Raiders.
moving on.
And moving on, please. I mean,
Baseball is back, ladies and gentlemen.
It was.
Baseball is back. We've
Is
had
it-
multiple games already played. The Mets dominated the defending champion Red Sox today. Shout out to
They're
the Mets.
2-2, baby. 2-2. We wanted the
They
title this year.
See, we already lost because George said we winning the title. But but yes,
That's funny.
that was funny. But on a more serious note, the MLB is not doing bubbles, so every team is playing in their own stadium, and they're playing. That all teams are traveling, obviously, and one team from a state that is seeing a vast rise in COVID-19 cases, which is Florida, their baseball team has had not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, but 14 players test positive for COVID-19. I don't know who was in charge of their medical staff. I don't know what type of guidelines they were given, but apparently it was not the same as the rest of the league because they got 14 players that tested positive. So, in a situation like that, fellas, how do you think that the league should move on, knowing that just one team that had already played games with another team had over 14 players test positive, and it was in a state where COVID cases are on a abysmal rise?
So the problem is
Well,
if they already canceled the full series, and what do you say a series is? 3 days, 4 days?
About that,
Days.
depending on the amount of games.
So Miami's 14 players short, and you got to think most of those cases came recently. That's like 2 or 3 full series almost, because you got to figure like the one off day in between series. That's messing up your scheduling pretty bad. And that's just if like as long as the teams you played don't come back with positive cases, causing another team to shut down.
Indeed, indeed. So now those teams most likely are gonna have to play double headers, which is 2 games in one day for those who don't watch baseball. And I'm sure since those games was canceled, the teams that have come into contact with the players that have tested positive, or that play the team with the players that tested positive, they're gonna need to get tested as well, and they're probably gonna have to quarantine for a few days to see if any of their close players tested positive for COVID-19. So the MLB is in a bit of conundrum scheduling wise.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely tough. It'd be real tough if like this affects the whole league as a whole, and they don't get to finish their season. Obviously, it's nowhere near that yet, but that's always a possibility. I just wish they did the bubble, but
The bubble did seem to make more sense.
But my whole thing is, you as an organization, as a league, you
Mm-hmm.
do a 113-page report and give it to the teams and players
Mm-hmm.
on how to prevent, but you don't got nothing for when a team actually does have the actually becomes positive. So you won't have nothing in place. How is that? Like, I don't understand that. Then I don't understand how you have a guide, like you had a guideline with the Korean. Is it the Korean baseball? Well, that was Korea that played baseball.
Yes, Korea is a country that plays baseball.
Now I'm saying there was when the COVID was going on, when the pandemic was really really started. I
Yeah.
think it was I think it was Korea that had like the baseball games on ESPN.
yeah, it was Korea.
Yeah, okay. I
It
thought it
was
might have been
it was
Japan, but I believe it was Korea. I do agree with George.
it was Korea, right?
I'll double check right now, but I thought it was Korea.
But anyway, there was another country playing baseball, and they was doing very very well. How do you not take what they was doing and apply it to to the to like MLB? How do you not do that? I don't get it.
Rodney, you have anything to say about it? Because apparently me and George don't get it either.
I don't got much to say about it. The MLB gonna do what they want to do. And no, just plain and simple.
This man has
Plain
no
and
idea
simple.
what we're talking about.
Plain and
Man,
simple.
say yo,
I've been listening. I just think the MLB is going to do what they want to do. I think they should have did the bubble idea. I think a lot of sports organizations should have done the bubble idea like the NBA. It's safer and it's more, and you can not control the place, but you can have more control of the situation as far as COVID and as far as players getting COVID. So I think even the NFL, like they're gonna do their own thing as well. But does it make it? Is it a way that it's gonna work? Like, or you just never know.
I think I read a report before from, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, it was the Washington Post, and the NFL said that they already expected hundreds of players to come back testing positive for COVID-19. So this is America.
I mean, but if you, I mean, that's
Exactly.
cool. But obviously, before the NBA, before the NBA went into the bubble, they expect, players to test positive and whatnot and continue testing. But it's just my whole thing is just have a plan for what happens. Like if somebody has COVID or whatnot, have a plan. Like MLB doesn't have a plan. Like the NBA, if somebody somehow gets tested positive in a bubble, they have an isolation house in which that person will quarantine in the isolation house for a certain amount of days. So if you want to have something like this, have a plan to hold out. Like I don't like you
Mhm.
just half-assing plans. Like I want to be prevention. It's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna get it. So, but what are you gonna do if somebody gets it? Like, what is the NFL gonna do if somebody gets it?
Another thing is, I'm not sure if you all know, but a lot of the ideas that sporting in America has taken has come from the different sporting events going on in Europe, because they started their leagues from back in late June. So one some of the things that the leagues have been doing over there is they're testing almost every day their players, and they're testing both teams before every game, and then they're also testing um midweek during training. They have protocols as well that they have to follow during training. The NBA, they're following that model almost to a T. You have to wear a mask during practice if you're a part of the staff, and then the
Nah,
players, you don't have to wear a mask if you're on the court and you're in
nah.
training.
My only gripe is why in the world do you have to wear a mask if you're in a bubble and only
That
people
I can't help you.
like like
That
that?
I
I
can't
don't
help you with.
get. I don't
Because
get how and some things in the NBA I just don't understand. Like how in the world you gonna play a game, but yeah you want to social distance the bench? They're already
yeah,
playing.
yeah, I don't understand that either.
You want to, I want to social distance the bench, but yet I can go out there and foul somebody and have physical contact. But yet you
Like
gonna social.
like
You
you right in that person's face, boxing them out, getting head to head collision sometimes, all that. You're in close proximity to that person, but there's also this thing on the bench. It,
in
I don't understand, in a bubble at that.
a
I don't
bubble.
understand, because
So
like in,
like,
in Europe, they're not the different leagues. They're not in bubbles, but the players and the staff, they're being tested frequently, and they're isolated as well.
yeah,
So
I
that
don't.
so it's a lot going on
I
between each
the NBA
situation.
is being very very cold, but some things just don't make sense.
Yeah, because
One
like I don't understand how they're gonna say you can't play doubles ping pong, but you can go play 5-on-5 basketball.
Yeah, I don't get it.
one last thing about this before we move on. I think having assigned seats on the bench is pretty nice for the players.
Why?
Oh, they always have a seat. They know where they're gonna sit.
Another thing, why you have assigned seats? Why do you have assigned seats?
Yeah, the only people there that's gonna be there are the players and the coaches.
I don't get it.
So the,
I don't
They,
get it.
there's gonna be a seat somewhere regardless.
I don't get it.
But yeah, this is the situation we have now with the MLB. So yeah. In other news, Seattle's getting a sports team again, y'all. Well, another sports team because they do have a women's basketball team.
Shout out to the Storm. Shout out to Sue Bird.
Yes.
Shout out to Breanna Stewart. Stewie.
So the Seattle is getting a new hockey team known as the Seattle Kraken. If for those of you who don't know your folklore and mythology, the Kraken is a mythical sea monster depicted as a giant squid or a giant octopus, very very large, destroying ships and other vessels at sea. And they're going. I believe that they are expected to play in 2022. Stadium works is already set, already being built, and a lot of people are thinking that this may be the precursor to Seattle getting back a basketball team since they have a hockey team that's gonna have their own stadium and whatnot, and you know, they would have the billionaire owners already set, and they would have the arena already set. So a lot of the logistics would be taken out of the works.
Bring back the Supersonics.
Well, that's cool that is having another major league team being back to the city. But I think from what I read and what I heard and what has been produced, I think they, I think they kind of missed the basketball over there. So hopefully, with the success of the new Seattle Kraken team, they're gonna have a NBA team. But WNBA is doing pretty good. Breanna Stewart's over there. Sue Bird is over there. So
The
Oh,
MLS is pretty good as well. They won the league multiple times. You have that. The Mariners, the baseball team, they haven't really been much since Ken Griffey Jr. They had Felix Hernandez, who was a great pitcher.
they had
So
A-Rod over there at one
they
point.
they did have A-Rod over there.
Young,
no,
yes,
they
they,
had Cano. Cano.
they did have Robinson Cano. They did.
I like
And
the Kraken's colors.
I like the colors as well. I do like the colors.
yeah, so,
I think they'll be a good addition to the NHL.
yeah,
I'm
it
not
brings
sure.
other
I'm not
other
sure if. Sorry, I'm sorry for interrupting, but I'm not sure how many of y'all watch hockey, but I do watch hockey, so I think there might be. I'm a casual. I am a fan of a team. I don't watch as often as I should, but I do keep up with my favorite team.
So you're
And
not gonna say your favorite team?
you said what?
So you're not gonna say your favorite team?
Oh, it's the Pittsburgh Penguins, ladies and gentlemen. Pittsburgh Penguins, my favorite hockey team.
So basically, ladies and gentlemen, he's a Sidney Crosby fan.
Yes, sir. The GOAT.
Hey, Crosby is nice, bro. I like Evgeny as well. Come on now, relax.
Once Sidney Crosby leaves, he'll be a new fan again.
As he should.
Boss.
Okay, what else you
But
got?
yes. But yes. Let's move on to let's move outside the arena of sports and get to more real world topics. Let's talk about relationships, fellas, because apparently there's been a lot of talk going on because of the situation with a famous rapper by the name of Meek Mills and his former spouse now, whose name is Milano. I don't know anything else about her except that she was a spouse of Meek Mill.
She has
But
a clothing line.
what's the name of the clothing line?
Milano de Rogue.
Never heard of it. But yeah,
That's tough.
apparently there's a lot of commotion because Meek Mill didn't post about her. He wasn't frequenting he wasn't on the internet a lot and all of that. And then he posted he's been very frequent now and posting a lot because of their breakup. Through the situation, I've received information that Milano is pregnant with Meek Mill's child. Okay, with all the information said, I don't understand why there is such a feud and a fuss about Meek Mill not posting Milano, and why it is a situation where women are seem to be upset because he didn't post anything about her until there was a breakup situation.
So, from my understanding, he never posted their relationship at all prior. He never posted anything about her. And the reason why the internet is mad is because he decided day one to go out and post that he was breaking up or they were breaking up and he was leaving her. And obviously, it's nobody's business. And you don't have to make a breakup post or you don't have to post your significant other. That depends on your relationship. But for him to, like, the point of view is just the point that he came out and immediately said, "We're done," when nobody knew. It was like, what did you would like? People were confused what he was trying to accomplish with that.
Don't matter what he was trying to accomplish with it. If you wanted to have a private relationship, you can have a private relationship. I just think people are weird. Like, everybody want to know somebody else's business. If he had a relationship and it was private, and then a breakup got announced publicly, so what? Like, people are weird.
No, I agree. I mean, there's nothing. I just don't know why, like, you would post about the breakup if you have a private relationship. Why wouldn't you just move on to your next relationship? And
Well, I'm guessing. I'm guessing from what I see is that he posted just he posted just to give the respect of. So let's say if he out with dinner or something happened like that, and then they goes, I see the headline now. Meek Mill cheating on Milano, even though she just had his baby boy. So he just like he just wanted to get it at. He just wanted to like put it out there before the culture vultures start going crazy. But then it just backfired because then they like, oh, okay, you can post a breakup, but you can't post a relationship. Which I'm like, it doesn't matter what he like. It doesn't matter if he wants to keep it private. And then, like I said, out of respect, he just said, "Yo, look, we're both friends. We're both co-parenting our child, and that's it. There's nothing wrong with that." Here
no,
we
there's nothing
go.
wrong with it.
We live in a cancel culture, and people just want to mind their business. People don't want to mind their business.
All I'm saying is J. Cole don't got these type of issues, and he never posts anything about his wife. You know what I'm saying?
My question for you guys is private. You guys want private or public relationships?
Private. Here's the thing though. I ain't never heard of it. Do any of y'all know what Milano looks like?
Negative.
Yeah.
You know what she look like, Jared?
Yes.
Like she got IG and all of that. That's popping and all of that.
Yes.
Bro,
Okay,
you see
so what'd you say?
before, bro.
I seen Milano before too.
Yes, you've seen Milano before. And to answer your question, I would want a private relationship. I don't want everybody in my business.
Okay. That was George's question.
No.
So she famous is what everybody's saying.
She has a very good clothing line, so yeah, you could say she's famous.
Okay. So I could understand if, because Meek is a famous person, I could understand if he didn't want his spouse, if she wasn't famous, for them the relationship to be public and all of that, because the people are crazy, like they be harassing people's spouses for pictures and all of that. Like just the other day, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry had filed a lawsuit against several paparazzi for flying drones onto their property to take pictures of their child. So I can understand someone not wanting their non-famous spouse to be subject to that kind of treatment or that kind of invasion of privacy. But a lot a lot of times, two celebrities or two individuals or whatever, one of them likes to be shown off or at least acknowledged on a public light, and a lot of times it's women. So I s- I figured that that's what the situation is, that one individual wants to be shown off, or the people think that, oh, he wasn't showing off because he was trying to keep his entanglements around while he was still with Milano. But I honestly don't see what the issue is with him keeping a private relationship.
I don't see what the issue is neither, but like I said, we live in a cancel culture society with a bunch of culture roaches. So
All right. So that's the end of that. Um, Apparently, Steve Mnuchin and his boss, the president, Donald Trump, and the rest of the GOP wants to cut down that special $600 a month that was in the first stimulus bill for the unemployment checks. They want to cut it down from 600 to $200. Now, you know, that's about that's about $800. I'm trying to figure out whose bills can that pay, and what mouths can that feed? Because shit, you still got to pay rent. It's not like rent not available. You still got to pay your property tax. So if you own a home that's worth, let's say, six figures, and you got to pay a couple bricks in property tax, that's pretty expensive. That $600, not that $200, not gonna help.
well, it's
I
$200 plus your unemployment check.
And how much? And isn't the regular unemployment check like $400?
It
The max,
depends.
Well,
I
yeah, it
think
does
max
depend.
you could get. Yeah, it depends on like what you get. But George, do you know the max of the unemployment?
It's definitely in the four. It's between 4 and 5.
It was between 4 and 5. I thought it was like three,
I
but
heard it. From my sources, I heard it was about 400, 4 to 450. That's what I heard.
okay. So yeah, so it's whatever that. So it's whatever you get plus whatever. So I mean, the plus $200 that you ain't really feeding nobody. Like you said, T, it ain't really gonna
It's
help.
it's the maximum is $504.
$504.
Yep.
And and what you got to be making from your regular job to be eligible for that? Do you know?
That's a question I do not. It's you gotta be making. No
I'll
idea,
take
honestly.
I'll take that as a no. I
No,
don't know
I
why
don't
he
know. I can't
prolonged
find
that.
it.
But anyways, yes, this is what they're doing. So this is another thing where it's very interesting to find out, because these are our tax dollars that they're telling us that they're gonna give us less of. So you're paying taxes to have somebody tell you that they're gonna give you less of your own tax money that you pay into, because they want to use it for other things. Like, guess what? They want to put a brand new FBI building that costs a couple $100 million in front of Trump Tower. For what purpose, we don't know, but that's what they want to spend the money on.
Well, I hope the Democrats. You said this is a Republican.
Yeah, the GOP bill, the stimulus bill.
Yeah, so I hope the I was about to say something
The,
crazy.
you about to say the Dominican?
I was,
I heard that. I
I
heard that
was,
shit coming.
yo. But I hope the Democrats. I hope they veto it and try to try to find something in the middle field, like $400. like I figured, I think plus $400 is reasonable.
I
I mean,
agree.
Right.
because everybody say, oh well, we don't want to pay them plus $600 because Americans are getting too comfortable. They don't want to go back to work. So I mean, if that's what y'all want to say that, then bring it down a little bit. I don't like bring it down to $400 a week for the unemployment. But $200, that's not really doing nothing. Because what if you don't make max dollars at 504? Let's say you make $200. So $200 plus $200, $400. I'm barely, and for what? You get that a week? What's that? 4 weeks, so 400 times 4, you get 1,600. What you gonna
It's
do with
rent in the city.
1,600 in New York City?
It's rent.
Yeah,
Maybe. Maybe.
As rent for a studio apartment.
yo,
Yeah.
like what you gonna do with $1,600? Like,
And we apologize for those technical difficulties.
so I mean, $200 is ridiculous, though, man. If you're gonna do it, like I said, the minimum is at least $400
We feel you. We feel you.
because it's not our fault. It's not our fault. Y'all couldn't handle the pandemic right.
Exactly.
And we got to go shut down, and we got to do this and that. It's not
A lot
our
of other
fault.
a lot of other countries are opening up, so this country never really shut down for the most part.
They shut
Be
down
fake shutdown.
a week or two.
Yeah, like that was gonna help. But anyways, on the next topic, the pit bull Iron Mike Tyson is coming back to the boxing ring. The legend is gonna fight another legend in Roy Jones Jr. at the age of 54. It's not a professional fight that we are being told. We're being told it's just an exhibition for charity. Of course, they're gonna probably get a little pay out of it. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna get their administrative fees. But how do you guys feel about Mike Tyson stepping back into the ring and looking as youthful as he's looking?
I'm not
He's in
gonna
great
lie,
shape.
that's scary.
You say he's scary?
He is scary.
Yeah, I've seen the vids of him sparring and in training. Like I was shocked and scared at the same time because he looks faster than he was when he was a professional fighter.
No,
So,
all
He's
I'm
in great.
saying,
He's in
that
great
man
shape.
looks he's
mhm.
scary.
And this the other fight in the card is gonna be great. The Nate Robinson and the YouTube kid.
Yeah, Nate
Nate's
Robinson and
gonna
Jake Paul.
Nate's gonna knock him out real quick.
Mr. Roberts, how do you feel about it?
Um, I'm excited for Mike Tyson to come back and fight. It'd be nice to see him with my own eyes. Not being able to see him when I was younger, or if I did see him, I don't remember. But either way, it's still nice to see something like that. I think Roy Jones has no shot, but and
Ooh, you gonna disrespect Roy Jones Jr. like that?
I don't think Roy Jones has a shot, like I said, and I think that YouTube kid gonna lose again because he's just a cornball.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think Roy Jr. got a shot, boy.
I mean, it's just an exhibition.
But
Yeah.
You could still get
to Mike,
knocked out.
We're talking about Mike Tyson here.
but to Mike,
You're
yo,
talking about Roy Jones.
but T, I
We
ain't
talking
gonna
about
lie.
Roy Jones Jr.
Yeah, but Mike mindset is different. Like if he goes into the ring, he don't even like think it's boxing. He think it's war. Like I was watching something. His mindset is just he's different. Like
I
he's just
mean, yeah, but I mean, it's not like Roy Jones Jr. is a slouch. This man was a multiple division champion. He was touted as a pound per pound, one of the pound per pound best fighters in the world.
yeah, that's cool. He ain't
He's
Mike
also,
though. He ain't Mike though.
Mike
Hey,
lost the same way he lost.
I'm just saying, you could still get knocked out in exhibition.
Yeah,
That is true. That is true.
Mike ain't lose Mike ain't lose too much.
That is true. That's true.
It's been I think it's been a slow year for big boxing events, and even if this is just a smaller scale, I think it's something good that gets like the public's eye on the sport.
Boxing has been back for a while though. Top Rank and Golden Boy has been doing boxing matches on ESPN. So I mean that was they were very under the radar because none of the big names have been boxing because they make their money from ticket sales and the pay-per-views. But boxing has been back in its small scale.
Yeah, no, I know, and but it's just great, like, to get people talking about it, like, even if like it is a smaller event, because yeah, there have been the events, but I feel like they haven't been talked about, and there hasn't been like buzz on the internet like there was when this one was announced the other day.
Now, the location of this is I have not seen it yet, so I'm going to assume the location is still unknown because I'm assuming they're trying to find a place that's COVID free for the most part or not COVID friendly. Um, and as well as it might be difficult to sort out because a lot of states are talking about going back to phase 2 and even potentially shutting down. So, states like California, Florida, Texas, even I'm not sure how Nevada is doing, but these are places that, they end up having a lot of prize fights. Um, I don't know if this is a situation where the president or the governors have all come together and said that, we should shut this down because, the United States is a very unique democracy where you have a federal government and each state have their own government. So it's a very unique aspect as to how the country is going to move forward with this rising tide of COVID cases as well as trying to get the economy back running. Do you guys think that any of these states will go back into a complete shutdown and have stay-at-home orders? Or do you think they're going to be like, fuck it, whoever dies, dies?
I think Florida's going that last route. I think they're going on some.
Oh, shit.
Nah, but for real though, man, I think Florida goes because at the end of the day, Florida, they still haven't shut anything down. I mean, they cut back on some, but they haven't really shut it down.
Disney World's
Cali-
open.
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
I'm not
Disney
sure if
World is
I'm not sure if SeaWorld's open, but Disney World's
Disney
open.
World, Disney World is open. Everything parking in Florida is open, and I
Sheesh.
know because of I'm not gonna say it on air, but yeah,
Sneaky links.
I think
I ain't gonna say sneaky links, but
I think Florida, Texas, and Atlanta, and maybe California, depending on where they go from here, are all going to be those states that are just like, fuck it, whatever happens, happens. But
Sheesh.
I feel
yeah,
like most
especially
of the other
Atlanta is open up right now. Atlanta is open.
That's crazy.
Atlanta is open to the full list right now.
Mr. Roberts, are you still with us? I guess not.
he fell asleep.
Moving on.
No, I'm here, bro. I'm here. Y'all just chatting it up.
How do
what
you feel?
How do you feel?
I feel like the states that stayed open during the first round, they gonna probably do the same thing. I mean, maybe one or two states may budge, but other than that, I feel like everything is open and they're gonna keep it open. These, certain people don't care, certain governors and stuff don't care. So,
Oh, yeah. Add Arizona to the list of states. If people die, they die.
Dolph Lundgren would be proud.
so
Now,
people gonna complain and cry. So they're gonna give people what they want.
Now, let me ask you guys. If you were in one of the states where your governor doesn't care, how do you feel? Are you just going to accept death if it comes to, or what are you going to do?
hell nah.
I mean, I'm not that deaf, but I'd be very precautious.
I think that's a big problem. Like a lot, not just the states in terms of the politicians are saying fuck it, but a lot of the residents as well are saying fuck it. They There has been a lot of talk about herd immunity. People are gonna say, listen, if people die, they die, but we have to try to get everyone else sick and well as quickly as possible so we can get back to doing the country. I think that that's very ass backwards. But I mean, I'm a patriot. I care about fellow Americans. A lot of Americans don't care about anyone else but themselves and their family. So it is what it is.
I mean, like I said, you could just be, you could be precautious on how you would, like how you do something. Like you could wear a mask, you could socially distance. I'm not gonna say that you shouldn't just stay in the house all day. I can't, like, that'd be a hypocrite of me. But if I go out, I'll wear my mask. I got hand sanitizer. I make sure, if I'm not
Mm-hmm.
with certain
Mm-hmm.
people, then I'm socially distant. So like, there's other ways that you could still have fun, but still be precautious.
Mm-hmm.
Still be.
Okay.
I come
That's the
home,
biggest thing.
take a shower immediately, wash my hands.
Okay. 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 I feel you. And to round out our last set of topics for the day, we're gonna get into some situations that involve music and musicians apart from Meek Mill and Milano situation, because that was more on the relationship side of things. We have artist Talib Kweli, who has been in a bit of a petty but dragged on tit for tat with a random woman on social media because of a statement that she made that Talib Kweli apparently took to heart. And from sources that we have seen, it appears that he has been harassing this woman for more than 10 days. Um, I don't understand how trolling works for the most part because I'm not a troll. But is this a form of trolling or is this something more sinister in its makeup? How do you guys feel? Because I understand that he might have taken something that was said about the women in the list or his wife to heart, but for more than 10 days, that for a random comment that was a generalization and not specifically towards him. Fellas, do you have any personal remarks on this?
I think it's got to be trolling at that. Like, if you're a known person and you're continuing, like, you just got to be trolling. I feel like there's no way you would be doing something more sinister, anything more out in the open like that, just and being known. Like, I feel like you're leaving too much of a trailer, making it too obvious, like for yourself, to get in any sort of trouble.
Okay. Jared?
Um, um, I think like he just took a little bit extra, like extra with the whole 10 days. Like I understand you troll for one day, maybe two, but 10 whole days at that point is kind of
It's
like,
kind
come
of
on,
kind of a
kind
weirdo thing to do.
kind of like a bozo. Like, come on. Like, granted, she was wrong. Okay, you troll her for a day, maybe two, but 10 straight days. Come on, man. Leave it alone.
Mr. Roberts?
I agree with Jared, bro. Like, yeah, I mean, people make comments and people have their opinions, but you ain't got to troll somebody for 10 days. I feel like at this
10,
point you just bored and you just
10
doing
days
it.
is beastie. 10 days is like we have beef type of thing. You're
Yeah,
going
like
10
no,
days in a row? Like, that's crazy.
Especially um, what he did. But we're not gonna talk about what he did.
Wait,
well, what
what?
did,
What did he do?
You know what he did.
Now we
That
gotta
no,
talk
lady,
about it.
that lady was trending on social media.
Oh!
so what did he do?
Allegedly, this man had sex with Sarah J.
So what's
and,
the
and,
problem?
and got
Oh,
and got his side chick pregnant all in a 2 week span.
Hold on. So he got Sarah J pregnant?
No, apparently the side chick is a different woman.
Oh. So
Yeah.
So what if he had intercourse with Sarah J? So what?
Oh, he trolling me, but he trolling his life.
She was
I
a
mean,
legend. She was a legend in our eyes. I do it
Like,
too.
I don't know
mean,
what you're talking about, bro.
I mean, Jared, you know he got a wife, right?
Oh.
That's that's how this whole situation started. Like it was like
Yeah, I
she.
was doing that one, boss.
I mean, I don't have the specific timeline of all of this of when it happened, with him in regards to Sarah J. But that's why. But I mean, he said that all of this happened in a 2 week span with him being a married man. So it's like, what the hell?
Oh, yeah. I don't feel you on that one, then, boss.
Okay, moving on. Has there been any music released recently that you guys have been listening to and think have been very solid tracks or anything?
I'm gonna come
I
out.
mean,
I'm gonna say it. Everyone's not gonna agree. It's gonna be okay. That new Logic album, he did the
Yeah.
right thing. If that's his last one, he did the right thing. That was a good album.
Oh, it was a good album. Okay.
He went out. He went out on a high note. If he did, if this is actually his last one, he went back to his roots, and it was a good last album.
Any
You know
particular?
what? You know what, George?
Yeah.
I really sat and listened to this Logic album because I said this is his last one. Let's see what he does. And I will sit there and say that he did a good job.
Any
And I was
particular
page.
song
I
that
would
you
sit
got?
there and say,
Any particular songs that you guys liked from his album?
I like Celebration.
Yep.
I like
Celebration, Soul Food too.
I like Soul Food too. I like the
Amen.
that was a okay track for me. I like GP4.
A to Z.
And I like Open Mic Aquarius 3.
Yep.
Open Mic Aquarius 3 is the name of the song?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
It's a two track song like in one. Like it splits. Like you know
Okay.
how like Life's
Okay.
Good where Drake has his birth and then it changes like that.
Okay.
But I do want to touch on that Gunna Deluxe because
Yes, sir.
he got some heat, got some tracks with Thug and Future that I really appreciate, and he got a track with Lil Uzi that I like a lot too.
And he finally put Nav on the album.
Yeah, you know what? I will say this: Nav did a great job on his verse.
That's Kyrie and LeBron right there, the rap game. I don't want to hear no different.
No, I don't think that was. It's more like Kyrie and Kevin Love. No, it's more like LeBron and Kevin Love.
Hey, I'll take it. 2 stars.
yo, so to some real music. Pop Smoke album, you know what I'm saying?
All right, good night.
The deluxe album.
So that was real music, but the other shit wasn't real music.
It was alright.
It ain't hard enough, you know? It ain't hard enough.
Wait. Before we go to the Pop Smoke, I will want to say that my guy Lupe Fiasco dropped the EP, and that was really good.
Ooh, I forgot about Lupe dropping music.
If you want to talk about real music, Lupe dropped a good EP. Very great lyrics, great information in the songs, great touch.
Yeah, that's cool and all, man. Pop Smoke.
It was a good deluxe.
It was a good deluxe.
Jared, I thought, get him lit.
All I'm saying is, Jared, just because you don't like the artist specifically doesn't mean that he didn't drop a good album or make good music.
Did I say
Talk your shit, T. Talk your shit.
I'm just saying you was over there saying, but I mean,
it was okay.
Did you listen to Logic's album?
No, no.
Oh, see, and you there saying,
Yeah.
Did you listen to Post Malone's last album?
Yes, I did.
That shit was fire. No, let's not get off topic.
How are we off topic? We talk about music.
Drake.
Okay.
We didn't talk about the Drake songs. The 3 Drake songs.
Drake.
the GOAT gave us a three-peat, and you don't want to talk about the GOAT? Like, come on now. Let's
Whoa,
relax here.
whoa, three-peat. Three
Yeah,
people,
bro.
what?
Popstar, Grease, and the only one freestyle.
The
That's
only
your
one.
GOAT, Joe.
I don't know. I don't know about Grease because to me that shit was trash. Oh wait, hold up. Those not even Drake songs.
Oh, my God.
Those
They're
are
Drake
those,
songs.
those are DJ Khaled songs.
Oh,
right,
here
Here we go.
They going on DJ Khaled album. I'm confused. How y'all gonna say those are Drake songs?
But
I know Drake dropped the track with Heady One, or was that Heady One's track too?
that was Heady One strike, but okay.
That was
go
it. So see, Drake doing his feature thing right now.
Oh man.
That's what's going on.
We know them DJ song, Drake song. Only thing DJ Khaled did was produce the beat, and he put "We the best."
Okay, so hear me out. So was You Stay a DJ Khaled song?
Would you stay?
Yeah.
That was multiple people. I'm talking about one particular artist.
That was
But
a Meek Mill song.
but
No.
DJ Khaled, but that's DJ Khaled's on DJ Khaled album. Or all he did was say we the best.
But you
And
said we stay to multiple people. I'm talking about one person. We know Drake and DJ Khaled always is going to give us that just DJ Khaled and Drake. That is a Drake song. No, we're not doing that.
okay, so is the song with SZA from DJ Khaled on his album, is that just a SZA song? That's not a DJ Khaled song?
So they just said Drake just broke the record for the most top 10 songs on
As
the
a-
top 100, right?
Yeah,
And then
as a feature.
no, that's not as a feature. It was Drake. We put Drake.
Okay,
But
but
DJ
when
was there, it was Drake.
when Doja Cat had a number one song, they said Nicki Minaj got another number one song. So and she was just a feature. That's
No.
what they do.
No, he
That's-
promoted it. He
that's what they
promoted
do.
like it was his song. So no,
They
That
said when Beyonce was on the Savage remix, they said that she was they said that it was her song.
Drake
But
promoted it like it was his song. That's his song. He got to take that L.
if you say so. But if that is all you guys have for music, and I believe that is all, am I correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Then it seems like we have finished our episode and we're about to do the little wrap up. Any last words you guys want to say before we cut the mics and finish off our episodes?
Yes.
Thank God this episode's over with.
Wow.
Wow. He sounded
Sorry,
like
some people didn't. He didn't come very enthusiastic today. You know.
he sounded like that kid that was in the church that said he hate the church.
Yeah, like that was crazy. You know what, guys? Just to finish up this episode, follow the Twitter page at Overthinking HR.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, I don't like Rodney energy, man. Rodney energy today is just
Facts. It's negative today. Rob,
There you
don't
go.
show up next week like this, bro.
No, this episode was really dragged long, but
Oh, God, yo. Oh, yeah, episode, yo, God, your
It's our
energy
normal length.
is terrible.
George,
It's our normal length.
anything?
All right. Y'all keep sharing, commenting, subscribing, interact with us on Twitter. Till next week, you know the vibes.
Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. You know the vibes. As the big homie Jay Jarrett said, follow our Twitter page at overthinkinghours.com. Overthinking Hours. Just with the HR. Nothing else. This is your favorite co-host, the dark skinned poppy, Tishawn Merritt. And we're signing off.
yes, sir. Catch you hoes later.